Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, November the 16th, 2020, and it is your girl, CC Jean, back again with a new post this week. And today's post is celebrating something that a lot of people are unfortunately ashamed about, which is crying. You know, as a therapist, I do see not just from men, because we all know that crying for men can be a little controversial. You know, they were raised to stifle their feelings, be a man about it, not show weakness, not be no punk, not be soft. And even if they hurt, they're supposed to just put on a brave face and just keep it moving. And that's sad and unfortunate and unhealthy for men. But a lot of women have bought into that same dysfunctional belief about crying. And I have many women that I see in counseling that struggle with that level of vulnerability. To them, crying is weakness. It means that they're falling apart, that they're broken, that they're not strong enough to handle the things that they're going through. And y'all, it's just flat out not true. Take it from me, because I'm a fan of crying, okay? And don't go acting like you worried about me, because a lot of people do that with me for whatever reason. I'm a pretty honest and straightforward person, and I'm willing to share my struggles and the things that, I go through emotionally with other people. But people mistake that often as me being on the edge of a breakdown. We have got to move away from this idea that being emotionally honest is a bad thing, that it's an indication of weakness and mental illness, and it's just a show that we can't handle it, when in fact the strongest people are the ones who are accepting of everything that they feel, everything about them. They recognize that their human experience involves the good and the not so good. Okay, we are made up of lots of wonderful gifts and talents and beautiful things, but we also have some flaws. We also make mistakes. And the healthy people are the ones who can acknowledge all of that and accept themselves anyway. And I like to think that I'm that type of person. So even though somebody else may look at me and go, she crying all the time, she always snotting and carrying on, and she cry at church, she cry when she happy, she cry at movies, she cry when she's sad. She just cry all the time, and they looking at me sideways. I'm looking at you sideways, because, I know I ain't alone in the fact that your life is made up of good and bad, too. How come we don't never see the bad side when it comes to you? Why are we so ashamed of actually admitting that we hurt, that the traumas and the losses and all of the things that hurt us actually had an effect? It's okay to admit that. Matter of fact, the strongest women can do that. So the post I wrote today is entitled, Crying is Lit. Okay? Because we need to start changing the narrative around crying and moving it away from something that we shouldn't do or should be ashamed of doing, and move towards it being a healthy thing to do and something that is necessary for our emotional growth and healing. Listen, Jesus Christ, in the Bible that I read, he wept. So if God can do it, I have no idea why people act like we shouldn't be doing that. If God is our example, why aren't we taking the hint or following his lead in acknowledging that every day ain't a good day, and that's okay? He is so sovereign and perfect in his design of us that he created us with a built-in coping mechanism. So on rough days and in the middle of very difficult and trying times, we have a release, we have an outlet, we have a way to unburden our hearts and minds. That was God's idea. So if you're not using it, I don't know what you're waiting on personally. Okay, so crying is lit, despite what people think. I'm a fan, and I think more of us need to become fans as well if we want to be healthy and continue to be okay. Okay? It's okay. Doesn't make you weak. Matter of fact, it makes you strong, because it means that you're honest, that you're authentic, that you're self-aware, and that you're brave. Brave enough to show people all of you, and not bent on hiding the things that everybody goes through, the pain, the hurts, and all of that. So let's all embrace crying a little bit more, okay? So with that, the thought for today is this: tears are not the pain, they are the healing. And that's from Annette Goodhart. And the question for today is, are you ashamed to cry? I'd like you to think about that. I'd like you to ask yourself the hard question: why can't you be honest about what it is you're feeling? Why can't you express yourself? Why can't you unburden yourself? Why are you more preoccupied with other people's perceptions and what they might think than you are your own healing and your own well-being and your own emotional health? I'd like you to think about it, okay? And read today's post at www.getliftedgirl.org. That's all I had to say for today. I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday and a blessed week, and I'll see y'all again on Wednesday. Y'all be blessed. Talk to you later. Peace.